Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog line. So, as I finish another day of adventures at work, let's go through some stuff. First things first, as of right now, I'm only seeing Once Upon a Deadpool. I don't know 100% whether I'll be seeing Mortal Engines, so we'll see. If I do, it'll be Saturday at 12:30 at Queensway Cineplex. It will be Ultra AVX 3D. Hopefully I'll hear back from my dad so he can give me more of a better hint of whether it's happening or not. Now, let's move on to what's on tonight. I think it's the season finale of South Park. Modern Family's on. Wrestling's on. I think Riverdale's on. And Survivor's on. And I think that's about it. Probably forgetting one show, but as of right now, those are the shows that I can think of off the top of my head. So, if you notice on my Instagram account, as of today, I posted a few top 5 Marvel movies that you should check out. Now, one of them's like, I put 2 and 1 just because I kind of felt like they needed to be, because they're both great and they're both equally great. So anyways, sorry, I thought my bootlace was coming undone. Anyways, so let's talk about DC movies and how after the trilogy of The Dark Knight, it's pretty much gone down. After Man of Steel, it's pretty much gone downhill from there. Because for me, and this is just me, this is what they should have done. Now, I'm not a high executive or director or whatever, but this is what I think they should have done. Which is, after Man of Steel, have Man of Steel 2, but have introduce a character to coincide in this movie. Kind of like how they introduced Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman. But only, instead of having Batman introduced also as Wonder Woman and the Flash and Aquaman and Cyborg, just introduced Wonder Woman in Man of Steel 2. Then have the Wonder Woman movie like they did, and then have either the Flash, have the Flash movie, and have Cyborg introduced near the end of the movie. So then they have those two characters brought up. Because the reason why I haven't brought up Batman yet is because they had the 3 successful Batman Dark Knight trilogy, and you want to stay away from that for a little bit. That's why. Then and then have Aquaman brought in, and this is where I think either one of 2 options. Either one, this is where you also bring in Batman at the very end, after, like, as a extra little thing at the end, or just Aquaman on his own. One of the 2. Now, if we do Aquaman on his own, then after that, then have Batman. And then after all that, have the Justice League movie. Because then you wouldn't have introduced like about 5 characters in one movie, because that, in my opinion, was their downfall for DC in the way of their movies. I feel like they shouldn't have done that, but unfortunately they did, and because of that, they kind of screwed themselves into a corner because of Ben Affleck, Ben Affleck's being in rehab because of his drug addiction. So I also kind of felt like maybe if they had waited until that point that I suggested for a Batman movie to happen after the Aquaman movie, then or just introduce him with the Justice League movie, because people already know Batman, so they don't really need to know much, then I feel like then everything would be okay. And if by that point they wanted to do like a Flashpoint thing, then they could quickly have Ben Affleck do one movie, and that's it, and then they have someone else be introduced as the new Batman, and that's what they could have done. Now, unfortunately, like I said, that's not how the world works, and we didn't get that. So that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of what I said? Do you think it's interesting? Do I have a point? Am I totally off base? Let me know in the comments down below. Just don't be calling me any names, because if you do, I'm going to delete your comment. Okay? So, whenever you watch this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.